All right, hi everybody. So I wanted to do a quick video to show you guys what it looks like to do a successful one-on-one, because we use those 30 and 30 texts and they're amazing and people say yes and they want to, either meet over a video chat or meet with, in person one-on-one at a coffee date or whatever it is. So you need to know how to do that successfully, right? And I feel like when you've got the tools and you've practiced and you know exactly what to expect, then they're easy peasy, really. So what I bring every single time I go to a one-on-one, I make sure that I have a sample pack of either the skincare or, some nutrition, a protein and a fizz, whatever it is that you have on hand. Put in a clear sack. Make sure you have, your business card. Tie a bow around it to make it cute. That way, if they, maybe they're not interested, they may want to refer you to one of their friends. And if they think it's actually worthwhile, they will definitely refer you, right? So I bring my clipboard and I have the sheet that I'm about to share my screen with you, but it is Arbonne for You. And I've written all of my notes of all the little details that I want to make sure that I say every single time. And the more that you do it, the easier it'll come and you don't really have to look down quite as much. But I print out a copy of this for them in color. That way they can follow along and I can have mine in front of me to keep me on track. And I like to just tell them it's so easy. If you can read, you can do Arbonne, right? And it's definitely duplicatable. So then you want to have your specials and your free gift, the typical close clipboard, have your order form. This is all on Believe Nation ink. And then have the startup business order that you can go over with them if they're like, yes, absolutely, I really want to do this, okay? So before you kind of start, I like to, and let me share my page share my screen so that you can follow along with me. But before I start really digging into this whole sheet, I like to get to know them. What do you do for a living? Do you have kids? If you could just be wild and free every single day of your life, what would you be doing, right? If money and time were no object in your life, right? Just talking to them, helping them kind of weed through the whole everyday, I've got stuff going on, just help them see what would life be like if you really were free and you didn't have to answer to a boss or a job or, bills. So I like to just tell them, just kind of keep these questions in the back of your mind as I'm going through this whole sheet with you. So if you had an extra $1,000 or more a month, what would that mean to you and your family? What would it look like to you if you were your own boss? Would it be important to you if you could improve your health? And how would you feel if you could help others change their lives? If you could really benefit someone else, either through their health or through their finances, what would that mean to you? And this is a key one. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? Where do you see yourself? What does that look like to you? And does it make you happy? Okay, so then kind of get into the Arbonne advantage. So I like to just kind of explain. Arbonne's been around since 1980. We're a 38-year-old company going strong. We have cutting edge research and development. All of our formulas are proprietary, and we have a Swiss heritage. So I like to kind of, help them understand we still have a 1% awareness. So there's still that ground floor opportunity. We're really only in, a handful of countries. We're in the US, Canada, Australia, Poland, New Zealand, the UK, Taiwan, and we're about to expand into Germany, which is really exciting. So we've barely tapped the global market. So there's still such a huge ground floor opportunity with Arbonne, but we're stable and, we've been around forever. I like to also kind of point out that we've had our standards of our products since the very beginning in 1980, when people were spraying their hair with Aquanet, wearing bright blue eyeshadow. Nobody cared if anything was vegan or safe, right? But we followed those guidelines from the very beginning, and the rest of the world really is just now catching up. So the product advantage for Arbonne, everything's botanically based. Every product that we have, the main ingredient comes from either a flower, a plant, or an herb. So anything you smell is all just from that main ingredient. We don't have any mineral oil. That's important because mineral oil acts as a saran wrap on your skin. Your skin's one of your largest organs and it needs to breathe in the good and it needs to breathe out the bad, right? So you don't want to put any kind of saran wrap on that. It's a detoxifying organ, right? And we all know that it only takes 26 seconds when you put something on your skin for it to hit your bloodstream and go through every single major organ in your body. And there's no kind of filtering system on your skin, right? It just goes straight into your skin and into your bloodstream, which to me is scary. And a lot of people don't realize and know that. I know I didn't. I was putting who knows what on myself and my babies because I just had no idea. It's my mission to kind of spread the word and let people know, hey, wake up. You should really be aware of what you're putting on yourself. Everything's pH correct and hypoallergenic. So if you do have, skincare issues that are oily or dry, our product line is actually going to pH correct your skin. So we don't have an oily line or a dry, we have a couple of different lines, but they're not specific to those kinds of things. But like I said, it's going to balance your skin back to that correct pH level. We don't have any artificial sugars. It's gluten-free. There's no GMOs. We're vegan certified, and you can go into the whole rendering plant, analogy. Ask them if they've ever heard of a rendering plant and kind of go into that. We don't have any animal products or byproducts, and we also don't test on animals, which is important. There are no artificial dyes or fragrances. So like I said, anything that you smell comes from that plant base, and all of our colors of our products is all natural, of course. It makes me laugh because sometimes I get confused between the lemon fit chew and the caramel fit chew because they're the exact same color, which is hard for your brain to kind of comprehend eating something that's lemon flavored that's brown. And also we have a 45-day money back guarantee. So of course, if you don't like something, then you can return it as well. And I like to also point out that we follow the European guidelines. So in Europe, they ban over 1,000 harmful ingredients from their personal care and food products. Here in the US, it's right around 10, which to me is crazy. So we follow those European guidelines, even though we technically don't have to. So everything's made here in the US, but we hold ourselves to that higher standard just to make sure our products are actually extremely safe and clean. And then, we have a whole bunch of products, right? So we have nutrition, detox spa, skincare, anti-aging. We have an ultrasonic device, which is amazing. We have bath and body, cosmetics, hair care, basically anything that most people are currently using in their home, day and night before they leave their house. We have that product in our product, in our catalog. So we just simply help people switch the brand of what they're currently using, right? Everybody's buying shampoo and skincare and makeup and food. We just help them switch their brand to a safer brand. They get it online, they get it at a discount, and they can even make money if that is what they want to do as well. So technically, everybody's already using our products. We're just helping them see this brand may be a better choice for them. Okay. So they stop giving their money to H-E-B and Sephora and Nordstrom and all these other stores, and they put it into Arbonne. Like I said, get a discount and or earn some money. Okay, so we kind of get into network marketing. So, this graph basically just paints exactly how the traditional retail, line of money goes, right? So it goes from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the warehouser to an advertiser to the retailer, and then finally to the consumer. So everybody along that way has to be paid their money. So really, in essence, the quality of your product has to go down so that the price of the product is not through the roof. We have a prestige quality product for not that much of the price because we can take that money that we would have spent on all of those different arrows and put it back into research and development and back into the independent consultants who are ultimately the advertisers, right? It's simply just word of mouth advertising, which everybody already does in anyways, right? So in fact, word of mouth advertising is one of the strongest forms of advertising. So I love that network marketing, and it's kind of being rebranded into like social marketing. Some people are calling it that because that's what we're doing. We're socially sharing what it is that we're using. So they've played a part on, hey, this works. Word of mouth advertising works if people know, like, and trust you. Just looking over my notes. Okay, so we get to share with consumers and help others work from home as well, if that's something that they want to do. And I like to kind of explain network marketing well, no, I'll get to that. I'm sorry. Okay, so why Arbonne? Why would you want to, the four main things that you really want to look at if you're, starting up a business is, are the products consumable? So jewelry is fun, and bags are fun, and Tupperware is fun, and all of these things, cookware, whatever, are so fun to look at and, buy, right? But, I just got a purse for my birthday, and I will probably have this same purse for at least 10 years. It's a good quality purse, and unless something, horrible happens to it and it breaks or, have a spill or I lose it, whatever, I'm probably not going to replace that purse. So you want to make sure that the products you have that you're selling are consumable. So when you run out of shampoo, do you think to yourself, yeah, I could probably go a week or two, maybe even wait till next month to buy more shampoo? No. When you run out of shampoo, you reorder it. It's a consumable product. When you run out of your energy, your coffee, soda, whatever it is that you're buying, right? You're going to reorder it because you need that to sustain your energy. So Arbonne definitely has that going for them. I love it. When I first started this business, I had done jewelry before and nobody ever called me to order anything, right? I was always calling people and asking them, do you want something? Whatever. Well, with this, people would call me and say, hey, I'm out of my energy fizz sticks. Can you get me some more? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool, right? They're calling me to place an order. It's amazing. Okay, marketplace demand. Anti-aging and weight loss will forever be in demand, okay? People want to, look good and they want to feel good. And so, turn on late night TV and what are the commercials, right? Wrinkles or weight loss. So that's definitely not going anywhere. Timing and trends. People want to have a home-based business. They want to have their time back. And more places are letting people work from home, but they're still having to trade their time for money. So I'll get into the time leveraging in just a second. But, one of the cool things about, Arbonne is, we have $2 billion businesses together. We have health and wellness, nutrition, and we have skincare. So we have both of those going, into one business. So we can literally talk to anyone about any of our products. If you have skin, we have a product for you, right? You don't even have to have hair. But people are looking for side hustles. They want to be able to supplement that income. People are making less and jobs are fewer and farther between, right? Especially if you're coming out of college. And they want to diversify their incomes. Okay. So leveraging your time. So I want to kind of talk about this for a second. So, most people go to a job and they trade their time for money, right? I am paid on the network that I build, not the hours that I work. So right now, my business is just picking up. I just started last March, right? So I'm putting in a lot of time and a lot of hours. I say a lot, 10 hours a week is really not that much, but it's a lot for, a busy mom. But pretty soon, my network's going to expand, and it has expanded it tremendously over the past, 9 to 10 months. And as it expands, I'm making more on that network. So it's a matter of how many people I'm talking to. I like to kind of explain it like this. So if somebody has a tire shop, let's say a man opens a tire shop and he repairs 5 cars a day, and he does amazing quality work. So the word gets out of how great his tire shop is, right? So his workloads become crazy. So he has hired 4 other men to come in or women, sorry, to come in and help him repair cars. And he works diligently to teach and train them to do the same quality work that he does, so that when somebody brings their car and they know that they're going to still get that same quality of care on their car, right? So now, as the owner, he's being paid on not only his 5 cars, but also the 5 cars of each of the 4 men that he's trained, right? So now it's 25 cars that he is actually earning money off of, even though he's not doing the work on all those 25 cars. He did the work one time to teach them how to repair their cars correctly, okay? if any of these 4 guys decide, I want to make as much as the car owner or the tire shop owner, how can I do that? The tire shop owner would have to either retire, will his business to this person, or this person would have to go somewhere else, right? Open his own tire shop in order to do that. Well, then he's a competition to this tire shop. So it doesn't work the same as network marketing. The cool thing about this is I can tell someone, look them straight in the eye and say, I can help you make as much as I make. I can teach you and train you and show you exactly how to do it. And the reason that I make money off of the people under me is because I'm the trainer. Arbonne pays me to teach and train and mentor all of my consultants so that they are successful. Instead of sending them off to a training and paying for all of that, they're going to put the money into their consultants. So that not only makes me want to do well, but it makes me want to help them do well as well, right? And I love that, giving back and paying it forward. And, I don't make money unless they're successful. So of course, yes, I want them to be successful because I love them and I want them to be successful, but it also benefits them. When I beef up their paycheck for them, it helps my paycheck as well. So I love the pay it forward. And of course, doing the time leveraging. I love that we get to do the work once, basically, right? I teach someone how to order their products online, how to get a discount, why Arbonne's amazing, educate them all about their products, and then they continue to reorder. So I did the work once, and then they're going to continue to reorder and reorder. Same thing with my consultants. I do the work one time. I teach them how to be successful. I partner with them. I go to all of their events, and we work until they're really good and steady, right? They can continue to come to me, of course, and I go to Jessica all the time still. But I'm pretty steady that I don't have to check in with her every single day that I'm doing my business. So I love this business model. And, the really cool thing is I don't have to teach hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I teach my main 4 to 5 to 6 to 10 people how to do this business well. And then they have learned from me, so they teach their 4 to 5 to 6 to 10, however many it is that they want to teach, how to do this business well. So it's not like I have to have hundreds and hundreds of people. I just have my, core people that I'm helping. So, okay, so then the compensation, hopefully if you're watching this, you know about the different compensation levels, but I just kind of read through them really quickly. There's only 4 levels, which I love how simple and quick and easy it is that they've made it for just for me to know, okay, how much further till I have till the top? I only have 2 levels to climb until I'm at the top of this company. So I love that. So district manager is the first level, and you make between $200 and $1,000 a month. Most people get there between their first 30 to 90 days in the business, depending on how quickly and how hard they're working. And most people do that almost by themselves, pretty much. A team of 1. The second level is area manager, and this is usually when you have maybe 2 to 3 people working under you that you have helped and you've taught and trained them how to get to district manager as well. And this is where your business becomes willable, which is really cool. So, if something were to happen to you, you would still have people going online and ordering their products. You would have that small team of people who are still working their business, right? And so business is still running, but your family would continue to get your paycheck, the whole paycheck, every single month, as long as that business is continuing to run. So I think that's pretty cool. And, the monthly pay for this is between $1,000 and $4,000 a month. Then that third level is regional vice president level, and this is the fun car level where you get an extra $800 a month in your paycheck to pay for a white Mercedes. And the average monthly pay for this is between $4,000 and $10,000 a month. That's usually when people can kind of walk away from a full-time job. That's corporate income right there. That's my next promotion. I'm very excited. And then the top level is national vice president. You get actually $1,000 for your Mercedes, so you can upgrade. And it makes about $20,000 a month. And, my mentor who is teaching and training me is at that level, and she's helped several get to that level. So I am definitely following in some steady footsteps. So I'm excited. So, I like to kind of ask, there's 3 ways basically you can kind of get involved with Arbonne. You can help me by introducing me to your friends and family. I can come and paint this picture for them, bring my products. Everybody can try out either the skincare or the nutrition. And I would, of course, bring some free goodies for you, give you some discounts, because this is how you help me keep my doors open, my open sign on, basically. Because like I said, this is word of mouth, advertising. Of course, if you're interested in the products, you can be a client and pay retail, or you can be a preferred client and have that membership. And it's $29, and you get between 20 and 40% off everything that you order for an entire year. There's no minimums, no auto ship or anything like that. And then if you are interested in joining me in this business and actually having a side gig and earning some, one of those monthly ranges there, I am happy to get you started and help you with that. So at that, I like to kind of ask them, I just like to say, at the end, I like to just find out, how interested are you after hearing all of this information, on a scale of one to 3, 1 being I'm just interested in the products and I think I really want to try some of the products out. And a 3, I really want to get started and actually earn an income with this, with you. Well, lock arms and go for it. So where do you see yourself? And you might just have to kind of have that conversation with them. They're all going to be different. I would say most people are probably close to a 2. They still don't see themselves doing it because, you probably look put together and you've read this whole, presentation to them and they don't know if they can see themselves doing this. But I like, if they are a 2, I like to kind of just ask, how can I help you get to a 3? What questions do you need answered? And it may be money, it may be talking to their husband or, whatever. So you need to have in the back of your mind the next step to introduce them. So, or the next exposure, basically. So when's your next Discover Arbonne? Do you have an event coming up this week that you could help them, come and see what all you do? Have them book a presentation and say, why don't you just get a couple of friends together and just see what happens? If your friends are super interested, then you've got a business ready to go, right? So like I said, it's just talking to them. Of course, follow-up is huge. You can send them with an EOA, text it to them. Everything's digital now, so it's kind of awesome. Success.arbonne.com. All of those success stories are there that you can text and send to people. So if you have questions, definitely practice this with whoever you can practice it with. But the more that you do it, the easier it becomes. So I hope that this helped. And let me see if I know how to stop this here. All right, so I hope that helps. Bye, guys.